Start in three, two, one. My name is Sean Clark.
My name is McKinney Crozier.
My name is Paxton Fugit.
I'm Olivia Ryan.
I'm Peter Selsky.
And I'm Nicholas Woodard. And today we're going to be talking about Annapurna. It's a restaurant in South India. And we're going to talk about a few obstacles they face and our resolutions and solutions to the problems. So to overview, this restaurant is based out of Coimbatore, India, and it was started by the Naidu brothers in the late 1960s. The restaurant prioritizes community relationships and building those relationships with the everyday customers. The situation we're looking at is the third generation owner, Jigan, who was handed down from his grandfather, and he's going to tackle the obstacles in this business. The main goal is him questioning how to preserve the integrity of the family's business while expanding as a whole and keeping the community happy.
So these are some of the obstacles and challenges that Annapurna faces. The original challenge is the one that started this case in the first place, which was the passing of Jigan's grandfather, which caused Jigan to inherit the business. Another more business-oriented challenge is that new fast food chains or new food chains are causing Annapurna's customers to change their preferences away from the company's traditional dishes, which could be an issue if the company wants to stick to tradition. A future-oriented challenge that Annapurna faces is expanding while keeping its traditions intact. Keeping the community essence of the restaurant may be a particularly challenging as it combines with the issue of expansion. Retaining its loyal customers may be one of the more difficult challenges as Annapurna tries to adapt, survive, and thrive.
Some possible resolutions we came up with is first, Annapurna uses a central kitchen for all of the restaurants in the city. If they expand this idea so that there is a central kitchen in each city where the restaurant chain is, then Annapurna will be able to improve efficiency and cater to customers' desire for fast dining, while keeping the recipes and cuisine consistent, which is a challenge for restaurant chains. This would also act as a training spot for employees, as Annapurna has always valued their extensive training.
Another solution to Annapurna's challenges is to modernize in an effort to maintain relevance in the ever-changing market. Sure, some of Annapurna's traditions and essence may be lost with the modernization process, but it is worth it if it means the continued survival and growth of the company. This solution should ensure that Annapurna stays relevant and competitive, but it will likely cost some of Annapurna's beloved traditions and by proxy, loyal customers.
In this scenario, we decided to go with solution number one, which was the expansion and rework of the central kitchen. Just to give some background information, the case file mentioned that central kitchen, and that was a concept pioneered by grandfather Naidu, in which a single large kitchen right in the heart of Coimbatore would cater food to each Annapurna location within the city. That ensured that customers from all over Coimbatore could expect the same high quality food at each Annapurna location. And that's important because it built trust and customer loyalty. So basically, this solution is essentially upscaling the concept. So what would happen is when Annapurna expands into a new city, it'll establish a large central kitchen in the center of that city, which is going to cater food to all the Annapurna locations in the city as more and more get put up. So it's going to expand sort of in a circle around the central kitchen. And to build more off of grandfather Naidu's concept, the central kitchen's role won't just be limited to catering, as per the original concept. It's also going to serve as a regional training center, which is going to facilitate both the training of new employees and the internal promotion of existing employees. So if a management position opens up at one of the Annapurna locations, that central kitchen can send out a request for other central kitchens to send in employees that could potentially fill up that vacancy. And this sort of internal promotion is going to reinforce Annapurna's clan-like culture, which made them so successful in the first place. And we decided to go with this solution because after deliberating, we agreed that Annapurna's main dilemma is more about maintaining its existing company culture whilst expanding rather than trying to change or modify the culture itself. And just looking over the case, it's clear that from its inception and all the way to the modern day, Annapurna has always been held in very high regard by its customers for its high quality food and service. So there's really no need to change or modernize that. The culture just needs to be able to remain alive while the chain expands into the rest of India. And we believe that this solution will accomplish that task the best.
So there's a lot of possible solutions that you could come up with surrounding the Annapurna situation. But I think the one thing to focus on here is kind of leaving things the same as they've been for so long. I mean, isn't that kind of like how Annapurna's stayed so popular and gotten all their business in the first place? I think why would we change something when it's been working so well for so long? And I understand that there's a lot of change around the world and little things here and there, but the main thing that Annapurna stands on and its foundation is on is its culture and its people and its ideals and its values. So why would we change that? That's the most important thing to Annapurna. My solution is to keep everything the same and trust that the people that have been coming to Annapurna will keep coming because because Annapurna has a image that's unlike any other.
So, Annapurna's got a lot of different resolutions, and here's a little bit of a overview of what we got on the table here. So, something we could do is stick to the restaurant's original authentic culture, no matter what kind of technological challenges get fired their way. So we could, yeah, just stick to their original, what their roots, what they're based off of, and no matter what comes their way, just stick to that. And then we can also modernize the entity while staying again with its cultural roots and what's built the restaurant up to what it is today and what it's been based off its entire service life. And then another thing we could do is expand beyond the Coimbatore region while still maintaining the characteristics and traits that have made the place stand out and have made the place desirable among different customers.
All right, I just want to thank you guys for listening to our presentation, and hopefully you guys got something out of this so that when you manage your restaurant one day, you could take these into consideration. So thank you for listening.